Cool. Hey everybody. I just wanted to add some more context to the DNA results that Nyesha and I posted on Facebook a couple of days ago. I was finally able to um, I was finally able to get into the full results. We did some videos. We did an initial video, so I'll be posting that. And then our second video, once everything kind of came in of just how we responded to everything. But I wanted to do this screen recording to give everybody an idea of what you can expect when you actually do it. So I'm obviously registered into Ancestry, and your DNA piece comes up here. So we'll go to that. And actually, let me go back to the Ancestry DNA homepage. So it gives you your DNA matches. So people that have already registered and your DNA matches up with them. Not really going to go too much into that, but just realize it is there. So, kind of one of the biggest pieces is the ancestry itself. So they break it down into two different pieces. They break it down into the 13 ethnicity regions, and then the community group. So we'll go first to the 13. You guys have already kind of seen this piece on Facebook. Um, definitely, definitely interesting. I I was definitely shocked at the 48% from Nigeria as far as I'm concerned, because most people are more like Nyesha and have just I guess smaller percentages. So I'm definitely interested to see what that what that even means. So I know John Maley posted on Facebook what was the other seven, and so I figured I'd just do this instead of taking another screenshot. But so yeah, Asia 1% roughly, Europe 5%, and then America 1% as well. So I'll drill down into these. No, not that one. And each one of these lower ones are lower confidence regions, which means that it could be, maybe not. So you gotta kind of take that into consideration as well. So so yeah, this is the South Asian piece there. Looks like a lot of India. It says Pakistan, Nepal, and whatnot. So so yeah, that's pretty interesting. Then we have Europe, which Europe I thought I would have a good bit from Great Britain, just because last time we were in Europe, we went to London. I just saw a lot of, I saw not a lot, but I saw a decent amount of people with the last name Burton, and so I figured just the Burton name was most likely English, and so I just expected to have a decent, maybe a little bit more. I didn't expect a lot, but I expected more than one, less than 1%. So that was pretty interesting. Russia and Finland. That was definitely pretty interesting, and even Iberian Peninsula as well, 2%. Um, so yeah, so yeah, and then for Americans, just less than 1% Native American. So I know everybody pretty much says, "Hey, I got some Native American, Indian, whatever you want to call it, in my family," but yeah, I guess somewhere along down the line, that may be true. But but yeah. So as you can see, each time you go through one of these 13 regions, the map changes. So I'll just go to Nigeria because it allows you to kind of drill down even more and see what the details and stuff are. So I'm at a range of yeah, the range is 28 to 68%, and I'm pretty much right in the middle of that um, on this graph. So 48% is pretty crazy. So this part I actually was looking at and thought it was pretty interesting because it gives you just kind of a breakdown of the area and just allows you to familiarize yourself with the region, and it does this for each one. So if you decide to do this, which I highly encourage, it's a big deal. Obviously, for African Americans, the slave trade was a big deal. So you kind of gotta, I mean, especially that part of Africa, the West African region. That's where a lot of the slaves and stuff were captured and taken from. So definitely, I mean, if you're African American, definitely be ready to, you know what I'm saying, be ready to just kind of come to grips with that kind of reality and how that relates to where we are now. So yeah, like I said, just a lot of good information here. So I'll scroll back up really quick and take you to the other piece, which is the community groups. So you have different community groups based off of your DNA, and for me, it's like, okay, this is where this is where as America goes, this is where you guys are from. So um, my piece, which I thought was pretty interesting, was African Americans, Virginia, and the Deep South. And I figured that, um, yeah, I don't know. I figured they would be somewhere around, North and South Carolina, because I don't know too many people um, that are from like the Virginia area at all, really. So, so that was pretty interesting. And then as you drill down, it gives you this overview, and then it takes you down, to the different stages. So we have pre 1850s with enslavement, and it pretty much is. I mean, it is what it is. Um, I have to look at some more stuff because right here it has the ancestral birthplaces. So you'll probably have more of an experience with that as you subscribe to it, which I'm not currently subscribed to the full thing, but that probably will be coming pretty soon. Um, so yeah, um, and then we have the cradle of American slavery, which I find pretty interesting because we have the first kind of migration to Missouri right there. Let me go back real quick. So yeah, so you move from here, and then you got a lot of people going down. Um, that looks like Connecticut, going up to Connecticut, and then um, Alabama right here. That's pretty interesting. Ohio even. Wow. Hmm. That's interesting. I definitely got to do some more research on that. And that's as early as the 1850s. That's crazy. So then we have more people and even kind of branching out um, during the 1900s. What? So this is crazy, huh? So right here you can already see people in my tree. That's crazy. This is my first time kind of looking at everything, but yeah, huh? So yeah, so I have my tree, and apparently I didn't know it was even connected, but um, yeah. So my great grandfather, I think, yeah, Papa Charlie is what they called him, was born during this time frame. So yeah, that's crazy. Wow. And then yeah, we got James Anderson on my mom's side, and then this is interesting. Uh, I know y'all probably don't want to see all this, but I have to cut some of this out, I guess. But James Patterson, who is my grandfather, um, yeah, I don't think he was. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he wasn't born during this time or whatever. I know he wasn't born during this time, but it's interesting that they have him on here. So yeah, Now we have spreading out even further, like up to up north, way up north, huh? Michigan and everything. That's crazy. So let's see who else was added. So we got Daisy Jennings, Joe Stinson, which is my grandfather, yeah. Um, Daisy Jennings, which is my great grandmother. So they're starting to come up, huh? And then going into the Great Migration, and this is crazy because we got people all the way over to California, which I mean it makes sense, like the Great Migration or whatever. But I just didn't realize we had people all the way. Look, I mean, look at that, like all the way over to California. Um, huh? So up in Delaware, um, so yeah, Florida even. We got some folks down in Florida apparently. So yeah, this piece is just extremely interesting. You really have to have a little bit of time. Um, if you're interested, I mean, I find this very interesting. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. It's probably more than what y'all what y'all wanted to know, but kind of got sucked in a little bit. So so yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I definitely highly encourage everybody to take a look at this and kind of start delving into the history of who you are for several different reasons. But it's just good to know, I think. So feel free to leave any comments or anything like that, and let me know if you kind of be encouraged by this to do your own research and do your own study, and let me know once it comes in. It takes a while. It took us it took us almost 3 months, and I think part of that is because we're overseas, so it takes some time for it to come back and forth overseas. But if you're in the states, it'll probably be a little bit quicker. So thanks again, and y'all have a good one.